friends! When I first started learning Japanese, I could never imagine that I would be one day able to remember all the kanji that are out there, because I was so overwhelmed with learning kanji, even the simplest ones like the ones in gakusei or sensei, for example. I remembered learning the first few kanji in my Japanese class and almost crying because I was like, oh my god, how should I differentiate them and get them in my head, know how to write them, like in what stroke order. But now, 3 years later, kanji is actually my strongest and also my favorite Japanese skill. So today I want to tell you how I got here and also talk about my favorite kanji study hacks. The first thing that helped me immensely is the app Learn Japanese Kanji. I've tried different kanji apps before, but I never really found one that suited my learning style. I don't know, I didn't like the design. For example, the Genki app, I bought it and I never really used it because I just hated it. But at the end of 2020, I found the Learn Japanese Kanji app and I really like it. It's not free, unfortunately, but I paid around 12 to 15 euros for all the JLPT levels, which is really cheap considering the textbook prices nowadays. So I think it's a great investment and I've been using the app almost every day. Not so much recently because I've put kanji on the back burner because I'm already good at it and I need to brush up on my other skills for the JLPT, but normally I'm using it every single day. I really like that you have to write the kanji out, and if you don't get the right stroke order, it forces you to write the kanji again and again until you get the right order. It also teaches you kanji compound words, so words that consist out of kanji, so you're also broadening your vocabulary knowledge at the same time, and also practice the different readings of the kanji. Unfortunately, the app comes with a few minor flaws. For example, the writing recognition is not the best sometimes for some kanji, and sometimes you have to write the kanji like 5 times even though you've wrote it correctly the first time. But it's not often the case, and I will talk about things that I don't like about the app in a later video because I want to make a dedicated video about the app. But yeah, I think it's still worth it and you should definitely try it out. I think you can try the N5 for free, or at least a few lessons for free, so you can test out if you like it or not. I can only recommend it, so please check it out. I will link it down below. It's not an affiliate link and also I'm not sponsored, but I just hope that it will help you on your kanji learning journey. If you've liked the video so far, please consider giving it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to stay updated with me learning Japanese for the JLPT, moving to Japan and also going to Japanese language school. Thank you so much and let's continue with the next tip. The second tip is to use as much kanji as possible when you write something. Before I started my JLPT prep, I used to write 1 or 2 sentences in Japanese every single day as part of my diary entry, and with writing these sentences I've used as much kanji as possible, even though I didn't know quite a lot of them. And my process was that I first would write the sentence on my iPhone on the Notes app, because if I write gakusei, for example, and I don't know the kanji, it will give me the word recommended in the kanji form. So I just selected it and then I would write the sentence that I wrote in my iPhone in my Notes app in my physical journal. When I came across a kanji that I didn't know how to write, I would look at jishu.org, it's a website, and Japanese English dictionary. Then I would type in the kanji, and they have a really great function where they show you either animated or in a step-by-step picture guide how to write the kanji. And then I would just follow the guide, write the kanji down, and that way, even though I didn't know the kanji before, I wrote it several times because some words I just used more often. That way I passively learned kanji. Even now I recognize kanji even though I've never really learned them per se, like in a textbook. I think it makes it a lot easier, for example, if I watch Japanese shows and see the subtitles, because I know roughly, okay, this is a kanji that means something along the lines of this, because I also got the context from when to use the kanji based on the sentences I wrote in my Japanese journal. I hope this makes sense. It really helps, so I can only recommend it. And I know it's a bit scary to use kanji you don't know at first, but just try it and look up how to write them. Even now I basically have an intuition how to write kanji because I've wrote so many that most of the time I'm right when it comes to my intuition, like what's the stroke order, for example. And it's also a great tool to know how to write the kanji, like the stroke order, etc. Because even though you don't have to write it in the JLPT, you have to recognize the kanji. Sometimes they give you similar looking kanjis and some of them don't even exist. The only difference is, for example, that they have another stroke on top, maybe. If you only know how the kanji roughly looks by just learning it from flashcards, but you've never wrote it, it's a lot more difficult to know what's the right kanji to pick and the right answer to pick in the test. But if you know how to write the kanji, you can just try to imagine how to write it in your brain, and then you will know, okay, this is the right kanji to pick. So it can also come in handy for the JLPT. And my last tip, and you've probably heard me say this a lot of times, is immersion, immersion, immersion. I know. Because no matter what you're trying to learn, if it is vocabulary, kanji, grammar, listening, whatever, try to immerse. Because if you're, for example, watching a Japanese show with Japanese subtitles, then you will see the kanji used in context, and you will also kind of learn kanji passively. Because, for example, when I watched Switched, I don't know the Japanese name, but it's called Switched in the German Netflix, there was a kanji for transforming, or in the word transforming. I slowly started to realize, it means transforming, from the meaning of the sentence, even though I didn't know the kanji. You can always pick up some things passively, and passive learning is best because you don't have to put in so much effort, and you can also enjoy the study time because you're watching an interesting show, for example. Reading books is also a great idea because you will also stumble across a lot of kanji. And for example, if you use Kindle, you can also download a Japanese dictionary and just highlight the word and it will tell you what it means. And this is also my favorite way to read because it's so easy, because I don't have to write the word in a dictionary in my phone, for example, or I have to look it up constantly, like in a physical book. So I can also only recommend that. So that were my 3 kanji learning hacks. I hope they will help you. And please let me know, do you like studying kanji? Do you hate studying kanji? I know there's a huge controversy. Some people think, like myself, kanji is the best thing about learning Japanese, and other people really hate kanji. So please let me know on which side you're standing. If you found this video helpful and also know someone who could benefit from the video, please share it with them. And you can also check out these videos right here if you want to know more about how I study for the JLPT and study Japanese in general. And if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments down below. That's it for today, and I will see you on Sunday for my next video. Bye bye!